But this is the correct bracket and where it's going to fall. So let's start with the winner's bracket first. FaZe, Heretics. Yeah.
Well,
Don't even have to say it.
Let's do FaZe versus. Right now, I'm going to go New York.
You're going NYSL?
I think NYSL beats Thieves round 1.
I think so as well.
I think that's probably the closest round 1 matchup, in my opinion, though.
I don't know about that. I feel like Ultra Surge could get a little tiny bit hairy, just a tiny little bit.
Maybe, but I still
Surge have looked solid, and we heard it from, who'd we hear it from the other day? Pred? No. Who said that Surge looks the best, or was it Simp? It was whoever did the FaZe interview after they won. It was Draza. Draza said that Seattle and LAT look like the 2 dark horse teams right now, which I agree with. They would have been my 5th, 6th if we were doing a power ranking. It would have been Thieves and then Seattle.
I think it's gonna be Ultra OpTic.
I think Thieves are gonna beat New York.
You do?
I do. I think Thieves are gonna beat New York, but we can keep New York if
I think
you think
they can.
I think Thieves are gonna beat New York.
I think Thieves can beat New York.
From what I saw, I think they're gonna beat them. Next up, we got Ultra Surge. Obviously, let's put Ultra in there. I mean, just for the sake of it, we can't really call an upset like that. And then let's throw OpTic in there as well. Royal Ravens, I think Royal Ravens have a chance to beat us, but it's not a big one at all. I think Gwyn's going to have an absolute masterclass if they want that to happen, and it's just not going to happen. So, based off of that, this would be Heretics, right, that drop down to play the Legion because it doesn't flip round 1.
Boston would be Thieves.
And then it would be Thieves.
And then Seattle versus Rocker.
Yep.
LAG versus the Royal Ravens.
Yep.
So I think we can do round 1 losers first. I have Legion beating Miami right now.
I'm taking Legion
especially
as well.
On land. I think I'm going to go Legion. Thieves versus Breach. I'm taking Thieves.
And let me give an explanation for that, chat, because some people might think that's faded. Miami looked decent, obviously, in their last series that we just watched them. They absolutely slam LAG. Until Miami wins a map on Search, I'm not picking them to win anything.
I also think that they're going to go into that match getting slammed by FaZe before it, whereas it's going to be Legion's first match of the tournament. So I'd rather start in losers than lose to FaZe, and unless they can actually show some promise against FaZe, which I think is unlikely. I think they're going to be riding a low. I think Thieves beats Breach. I don't think we need to talk about that, really.
Nope. Thieves beat Breach. Breach in a very tough spot. Obviously, just talking to Austin, those guys, they just can't. They're going game 5 a lot, but they just can't win it. And again, the pattern is too consistent to pick against it. Next up, Surge Rocker. This series is probably where it starts to get the spiciest right now. Surge versus the Rocker. 2 teams. I don't know. I'd probably say Surge right now, personally.
I'm also saying
because Standy right now, Standy's really that main slayer right now for the Rocker. If Standy has an off series, I feel like Surge is the overall better team.
Surge is way better at Search as well.
As of right now.
I think Surge, honestly, convincingly right there. And I do have this is tough. LAG versus Carolina on land.
They've both gotten top 6 twice, right?
Dude, this one's really tough.
They've both gotten top 6 at the land, so they have made decent land runs. They just haven't been able to put it together. Ravens got 6th at the last one. I don't know if they got 6th at the first one, but they got 5th, 6th at the last one.
I think I'm going to go Ravens, though.
I'm going Ravens as well.
I think I'm going to go Ravens.
I'm going Ravens in this series. Grueler of a series, in my opinion, but I'm going Ravens. Back up to the winner's bracket really quickly here.
I think it's a FaZe OpTic winners final.
FaZe OpTic winners finals. I completely agree. I think FaZe is gonna slam NY. Just based off of current form, I think FaZe just looks a cut above. I think FaZe in the winners finals, and I think we beat Ultra in a 3-2 fashion. I think it's going to be a grueler.
I think OpTic Ultra will be close, especially home field advantage for Ultra. Crowd's going to be loud.
Well, so right now, I feel like, bless you, Riley, I feel like Ultra has an opportunity to take us out in the semifinals because they're going to have that home field crowd behind them. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fans in the venue as well, but it's not going to be a hostile environment, I don't think, as much for Ultra, and I feel like they kind of are going to thrive off of that as well. And Ultra obviously looks solid. It's not like Ultra look horrible. They don't look as good as they did in Stage 1, but they still look very good, and they could easily beat us if we have a bad series.
Yeah.
But I think right now we're the better team than Ultra.
I think between Legion and Thieves, I have Thieves.
Thieves.
In this matchup versus this current iteration of Legion.
I think Thieves are clear 5 right now.
Yeah, I do think Pryor before the roster change, it's a conversation and honestly kind of a coin flip. Right now, I think Thieves is clear-cut better.
Legion Search didn't really look that polished
does it flip
either.
Here?
Yeah, it flips here.
So it'll be New York here? So New York Thieves rematch?
Yeah, it'll be New York.
Or do I have that right?
No, you have it backwards. It'll be Ultra.
I have it backwards?
Ultra, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it flips here, and then Surge Ravens. I'm gonna take the Surge in that one, and I'm gonna give you the reason why. It's Search and Destroy. I feel like the Ravens, their Search and Destroy has been one of their weak points. They've been better at it through stage 3, but I feel like Surge's S&D is gonna win them that series. I feel like respawns are pretty even, honestly. 0-4 has been impressive. I'm taking Surge in that series right there, Zin.
I'll agree with you. Let's go Surge.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Surge,
and then New York.
Yeah, that'll be New York. All right, next up we got Thieves taking on the Ultra. This is gonna be that's gonna be a good series as well if we get Ultra. It. Obviously, this is all speculation.
I think Ultra here. I think Ultra home crowd. I think Thieves. I think they're still figuring it out. I do think they're the 5th best team right now, but I still think Ultra have a good bit of leeway on them. Surge NYSL I think is closer than Thieves and Ultra, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think Surge has a very real opportunity to upset NY and crack into that top 4 at the major.
Yeah.
But obviously,
I'm going to go New York.
New York would be the safe pick. But I don't know, man. They've been.
I'm down to put Surge. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
No, let's put NY.
Okay.
Let's put NY. Calling upsets it's too fucking hard. This is, again.
Here's where it gets boring, to be honest, because now I think I have Ultra I think Ultra beat New York.
Yep.
I think Ultra places top 3.
I think we lose to FaZe.
I think we lose to FaZe as well here.
I think it's going to be a grueler.
And I think it's an OpTic FaZe rematch in the grand final.
I think it's an OpTic FaZe rematch as well. This is why I wanted to do it the other way, because But
either way, it was going to be the same. We're going to have FaZe first, OpTic second. It's really the same thing, but this is a lot more fun to talk about the actual matchups.
It's fair.
FaZe OpTic winner.
Dude, I mean, you have to put FaZe. Until we beat them,
I think I agree.
You have to put FaZe. It's until we win the farts, whatever you want to call them. I think until we beat them, it's just.
Oh yeah, Riley, under Ultra, can you put OpTic please instead of FaZe? To your left, right there. Yeah, right there. Put OpTic there.
Until we beat them, we can't say that we're gonna win the tournament. I mean, we have to beat them at LAN.
I do want to say, and I'll repeat it. I think we could beat FaZe this tournament. I think we're due. We're 0-6, but every single matchup is close. It's not biased to say that the top 2 teams in the world. It's not biased to say that the second place team could beat the first place team. I don't think so. I think FaZe is the favorite. As of right now, I think you need to put FaZe.
Yes, I agree. I think you have to. It would be objectively wrong for us to say that we're going to go in and beat them. I mean, they haven't lost since. When's the last time they lost? They lost to LAG in Major 2 qualifiers. They have not lost since then. So they lost, I believe that was in March. They haven't lost a series since then. But the thing is, I don't think we've lost a series to anyone but FaZe since then either.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the battle of the Titans. It's great for the esport to have OpTic and FaZe being 1 and 2. I mean, it's great all around. So I think it's going to be a incredible major. Toronto throws a great show. I hope this is the championship finals that we get.
I hope
because we want to see the best fucking
is the winner instead of FaZe here.
Obviously,
I hope that after this we can come back and say, "Fuck yes, we were wrong."
Right
now, I kind of agree with someone in chat. I think FaZe's form has stayed dominant, whereas we had matches where it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
I feel the Boston match.
FaZe has had no missteps. FaZe has been dominant every step of the way. And the one thing I will say between the two is this stage, there were matches where we were like, what are we doing here? Why is this close? Why are we doing this?
I mean, the Boston match was kind of holy shit. We went game 5 to Boston with Shawnee. It was but again, I think it's going to be a great event.
Yep.
It's going to be a great event. Listen,
I
had a feeling before Miami we got second. I have the same feeling. I feel like we're right fucking there to get that championship. I feel like we just got to crack we just have to crack the mental that FaZe has on us right now. Because right now, they're 6-0. Every time they play us, Draza's going into the series, I'm going to fucking run these kids.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's talking shit. He's getting the rest of the trio hyped up and confident. We need to shut that down. We got to shut that down. We got to do it before champs.
I agree.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. OpTic Texas are 27-4 in their last 31 quals. Atlanta FaZe are 26-5 in that same time frame.
I don't even know what this means, though. Like,
yeah.
Like, where'd we get 31 from?
It is kind of a obscure stat.
It kind of just seems like a stupid stat just to get people talking. Which,
just looking for one, right?
I'm all for, but realistically, what I'm looking at is the major 2 finals onward.
Yeah.
Is what I'm specifically looking at. I don't think anything before that really matters.
Yeah. Well, that's the bracket. You guys said you wanted the bracket. Again, I feel like it's a good bracket. It's so hard to call these upsets. There's obviously going to be some matches that we call in there that aren't going to go that way, but that's how the bracket would go if everyone played their best, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But obviously, we don't know who's going to buckle, who's going to crumble. That's the fun of land, buddy. I love it.
I can't wait, man. We're going to Toronto.
I love it.
Let's get it.